is why. You know what I'm saying? This is how the economy is built off the back of small businesses, because you have all of these opportunities. If you would stop having so much hatred towards the government, I don't care about not one president that steps up there. They ain't impacting my life. Okay? But if I focus on how the government does business and not focus on the entertainment, the emotions that media puts off on the government that I have absolutely no control over, and pay attention to the things that I do have control over, well, the government got all types of programs for you. The government is trying their hardest. Oh, well, let me take that back. The government is trying, I don't want to say their hardest. The government is trying to help out small businesses. But you got to fill out the paperwork. You can't just do your own thing. This ain't business to business. This ain't business to consumer. You can't freestyle this thing. And the reason why is because they're spending hundreds of millions and billions of dollars on projects with our money, with your money, the taxpaying money. So they have to do their due diligence. They can't just throw money out there. Although they do throw the money out there, you got to fill out paperwork. And for those of you that don't want to fill out paperwork to better yourself, well, I can't argue that. You know what I'm saying? It baffles me that people say, man, it's like, I hate government contracting, but it provides so much money to me, I ain't never leaving it. So if I was to cry about the paperwork and all of the red tape that I got to get through to make me a millionaire, that's insane. You know what I'm saying? It just don't make sense to me. So since we understand that the government has to spend this money, I don't want you guys to question whether, there's an opportunity for you. I'm telling you guys tonight, there's an opportunity for every citizen of the United States. The question is, are you going to do it? And I'm also telling you, majority of the people don't want to do it because of their definition to government. It's kind of messed up. So what types of products would the government purchase? Well, honestly, guys, you could really just go outside and open your eyes and you can see all the products. Just really open your eye. How you think them street lights stay on? I ain't talking about in your neighborhood. I'm talking on them county roads. How you think that post got put up? The government paid for it. Do you think you paid for it? Did you ever see an invoice come to you and say, hey, I need you to purchase the street light to be put up? No, the government purchased it. How do you think the lawn on the side of the roads get taken care of? Right? The government pays for this. How do you think fuel goes into these vehicles, these planes, when the government got to go from point A to point B? How do you think the government vehicles get fueled and gassed up? They can't go straight to Exxon. That'd be a monopoly. So they got to go through a third party to get these vehicles fueled. The vehicles sit in a lot, right? Like the government don't pull the vehicles up to your local gas station and pump the gas. The vehicle is sitting in a lot and a contractor is going to bring a truck out there and fill up all the vehicles. They usually do it first thing in the morning so they don't have to deal with traffic. Because what you can't do is be late fueling the ambulance and now you stuck in traffic and people's life is on the line. So they move fuel usually between the hours of 12 p.m. up to like 6, 7 a.m., right? So that's just one thing that I want you guys to do is start to open up your mind and look. Now, I'm going to show you guys something. I'm telling you, I'm about to show y'all something today and y'all going to be like, God dang. You know what I'm saying? That's some crazy money right there that's being spent. So make sure that you guys are hitting that like button, hitting that subscribe button, sharing this out with 3 other entrepreneurs because we about to get into it. All right. So let's take a look here. All right. Where's my new group? There we go. The first thing that the government is buying, and this is in no particular order. There's no like significance to my numbering. Okay. But don't the government need office supplies? So now let's think about what are office supplies. Can you guys name me some office supplies? How about that? Put in the comments what you think office supplies would be. Here's the kicker. If you're an admin for a company, an administrator, if you're the receptionist for a company, chances are you're in charge of purchasing all of the office supplies, right? So now it's the mindset of saying, oh, well, wait a minute. If I purchase something for my current company, I don't really care what it is. Why can't I do the same thing for the government, which I don't really care what the product is? But if you've been purchasing office supplies for your company over and over and over again, chances are you already know the connections of where to get the office supplies from. I see Andy say pens, paper, printer ink, water, staples. Absolutely. This is all office supplies. The government can't go to Staples and Office Depot and buy paper. They got to come through you, me. They can't go, I don't even know the number 2 pencils who make them. They can't go get the pencils from the pencil manufacturer that's been supplying pencils to every school and every child forever, since I was born. I don't really remember seeing any pencils. You get the yellow pencil, there's some different pencils out here, but for the most part, the yellow pencils, they've been here forever, right? They can't create a monopoly. They got to purchase the pencils through you. Envelopes. They got to purchase the envelopes through you. Paper clips. The printers. They got to buy the printers through you. They can't go straight to HP and buy the printer. They can't go straight to HP and get the ink for the printer. They have to buy these products through third-party contractors, which is you. All right? What's the next thing that we got here? After office supplies, okay, so I think we all know about what different office supplies are. Now I want y'all to put in the comments, what would you think would be IT equipment? They spend over $90+ billion in IT equipment. Now you got to think outside of the box, right? What is IT equipment? Well, of course, computers. You know, I got a soundboard here. You know, soundboards is IT equipment. How do you think the government's going to broadcast and things of that nature? Now, I want to put another thing here. When the government broadcasts, I don't ever want you to think that the government is out here working the soundboards and doing the live stream and that they got the video cameras and stuff. I told you the government don't own none of these products. So if you're a person like myself who goes live and streams all the time and the government needs to stream, guess what? You already know how to do that type of contract. There's no difference in it. The only difference is it's the government. And when you read the contract, it's probably going to have some words in there that scare you because you've never read them before. But at the end of the day, the project is still streaming. Cameras. The government love renting out cameras. You know what I'm saying? What else did somebody say? A mouse? Absolutely. HDMI cables? USB drives? External hard drives? TVs? Backup servers? These are all IT equipment. Keyboards? This power strip? It could go on and on. That's why it's $90+ billion is being spent in IT equipment. Now, once again, I do have to make a disclaimer. It would not be wise of them to create a contract. Again, this is about just being smart and not spending unnecessary money. It would not be wise of them to spend our money with breaking up into multiple contracts, because that's money. Every time they got to create another contract, that takes time, it takes money, it takes energy. So if they knew that they needed 3 printers in the office, and they knew that they also needed a help desk in that office, and they knew they needed 50 computers in that office, they're going to put it all under one contract. Now, this is where you have to get in the habit of reading. If you don't read, you can't see what I'm talking about. So you'll see that service-based contract out there. You may see a help desk contract out there. I need you guys to start to think this way. That yes, it is a help desk contract, but if I go look at the contract, I see in order to operate the help desk that they want 15 iPads. They want a POS system. They need 50 computers. And you may be saying, well, Travis, I've never ran a help desk in my life. I'm not asking you to run a help desk. I'm asking you to read the help desk contract. And I want you to read the help desk contract and notice that 10% of the contract is asking for the products.